semiotic landscape are often used interchangeably. So we really have to trace back to the development of the field. So initially, researchers who work on linguistic landscape very much focus on the varieties of languages that are represented and visually represented in the physical environment. So take Laundrie and Burr's 1997 seminal paper as an example. So they were looking at how the representation of French in the linguistic landscape of Francophone Canada might have a carryover effect on the likelihood of people going to use it in their everyday social interactions. So the research question is very much concerned with multilingualism, ethno-linguistic vitality, and representation of minority languages. But the field also obviously has evolved in many different ways over the years. And one of the main developments of the field of linguistic landscape was to also include the multimodal aspects of language use. Even for researchers who use the term linguistic landscape, they are also considering other semiotic aspects of language, for instance, size, fonts, colors, etc., etc. Often drawing on Ron and Susie's book, Discourse in Place. So using the geosemiotic framework to analyze representation of languages. Then the term semiotic landscape was coined by Adam Jaworski and Crispin Thurlow in their edited volume, Semiotic of Landscape. So it's in that edited volume where they really emphasized the visual as well as the material aspects of language. So in semiotic landscape, there are studies that actually look at, for example, architectural landscapes, memorials, monuments that might, seem on the surface that have very little to do with the language use. So I'll say that was the main distinction between how researchers use these two terms. But as I mentioned, there are lots of overlap now because the term linguistic landscape is also has expanded so much that there's a lot that's being covered by the term too.